So how do we become happier and more resilient? Which to me, resilient is really just the ability to remain happy in spite of what happens to you or what may be going on out there in terms of those circumstances. So how do we kind of cultivate this? Well, you may be wondering why I have this bat. It's funny, I travel and I speak and I do these events, and the TSA has asked me the same question. Why do you have a bat? I said, no, that's fine. I'm giving a speech. Like, that doesn't really explain it. Oh, no. It's a psychology demonstration. That also doesn't really explain it. But I have this because this is really what it's all about if you want to think about how to be more resilient. And it's because this is an acronym, B.A.T. B.A.T stands for Body, Awareness, and Thoughts and Talk, or Thoughts or Talk. And simply what this is showing is that every psychological state, which is what we're talking about when we think about resiliency, right? Which is how do we kind of manage our inner conditions or our inner world of how we feel, regardless of what's going on in the outer world. This whole inner world, these psychological states, are really nothing more than a product of your body, your attention, your thoughts and talk. And it's really hard to control the mind with the mind, right? Have you ever felt that experience of like, you're trying to get yourself to stop thinking about something or feel more energized or, stop worrying or stop thinking about that thing that upset you. And it's like the more you try to control that, the worse it gets. So instead of trying to control the mind with the mind, try to control your BAT, your body, your awareness, and then the thoughts and talk and the language that's associated with it. See, here, I'll kind of demonstrate this. Let me put this down. You could probably imagine if I was like really not resilient, I was like really depressed and defeated, like how would that look, right? In terms of like, first maybe my body, do you think my kind of chest and shoulders would be up and back or kind of like down like this? Yeah, it's probably down like this. Do you think my breathing would be deep and full or more kind of shallow and sighing? Yeah. Do you think my awareness or my attention would be going to what's going right or what's going wrong? Or probably what's going wrong. And then do you think the way that my thoughts and maybe even the talk that I was giving to myself or speaking to others, would it be sort of, positive and energetic and excited, or would it be kind of like, oh man, this is really bad. Yeah. And simply by changing, let's say, body, awareness, thoughts, and talk, if I were to go from being kind of down here, like, oh man, this is just going to be a tough project, to, hey, this is going to be a tough project, but I think we could really get after it. Well, what just changed there? You can probably tell the mood and the energy associated with it changed, but all that changed right there, that was totally fabricated. It was an act. I just changed my body, my awareness, my thoughts and language. So I want to give you in this video some tools that you can use to be more resilient by focusing on your BAT. Let's start with body. So here's a simple one. It's just take your two fingers like this. Can you all do this? And just kind of press into your sternum right here, that bone on the chest. And think of just pushing that back a little bit. Okay, and you can relax your shoulders after you do that and maybe bring your chin up a little bit. Can you feel even just a little bit more centered, maybe a little bit more composed, maybe even a little more powerful as you do that? Simply just changing your posture. How about this one? So go ahead, I want you to close your eyes for this one. And if you're driving and listening to this video, please don't do that. But you can close your eyes for this one. Now, this is a simple muscular exercise. And what you do is just relax the muscles in your face first. Okay, now relax your cheeks and jaws. Okay, so that's all very relaxed. And now think of bringing the edges, the corners of your mouth up towards your eyes. Okay, as high as they can go. Just like this. Hold it there for a second. Now separate your lips, showing your teeth. Okay, we call that smiling. Okay, I'm teasing you, of course, but it's true. So actually the University of South Australia, I think it was about this year, I think it was, published a study where they would bring people in and they had them hold a pen in their mouth. So they would go like this. And in doing that, people reported a improvement in their mood and a little bit less anxiety and stress. Well, the reason that they had them do this is it forced them to smile. So there are about 43 muscles in the face, and just by activating those muscles in a different way, it can change our mood. And I didn't ask you to do that because I don't know where your pens have been, so you're welcome for that. So you can change your posture. Simply smile. Here's a final one that's an incredibly powerful tool. Now, you may have actually seen your dog do this. What does the dog do? He goes to lay down. He wanders around, then they plop down, and oftentimes they go. So all mammals do this, and it's a way of offloading CO2 and down-regulating or calming the nervous system. So this is called a physiological sigh. What it is a pattern of breathing where you breathe in fully through the nose, you take a second kind of double inhale at the top, and then you slowly sigh out at a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning that if you breathe in for, let's say, 7 seconds or 6 seconds, you breathe out for 12 to 14 seconds. So it looks like this. That produces an immediate calming and centering effect in the nervous system. And for you nerds at home, Stanford University did a study on this. It was published in Cell Press, which is a very good journal. And they found that just doing this for maybe, I think it was like 5 to 10 minutes a day. I don't remember exactly. So let's say 10 minutes just to be safe. For a period of several weeks, improved your mood, not just in the moment, but throughout the day, and caused overall statistically significant results, yes, and reductions in stress and anxiety. So simple breathing technique, whether it's in the moment or a few minutes every day, kind of like a mental workout, can help you to feel better. Now, let's move on to awareness. So awareness here, and I'm going to put on my kind of Zen monk, time living there and that training for this. And I'll start maybe by asking you a question. When it rains on your parade, who is upset? You or the rain? So the idea here is that our thoughts and feelings are not actually reality. Sure, we experience them, but thoughts are thoughts about reality. Feelings are feelings about reality, right? They're not reality itself. And so awareness starts with an ability to kind of step back and just observe your own thoughts and emotions. And you start to identify in meditation, we talk about you identify with the container rather than the contents, right? Because we all have this constant stream of thoughts and emotions and stories and ideas and patterns and beliefs, and it's all fine. It's just not getting caught up in it. So it's learning to simply step back and just see our thoughts, emotions, feelings from a little bit of a distance. And now that creates a little bit of a separation. So I'll actually guide you through this just very briefly. So go ahead, you can close your eyes for this one, and we'll do a little meditation thing here. So closing your eyes, and try to maybe just think, don't think about a pink race car. Okay, do not think about a pink race car. Okay, that's the first thing. Because that'll distract you. So what you're doing next is you're just, again, have this awareness inward. I want you to just do a little experiment here. It's just, you don't have to say it aloud, but say your name to yourself. Go ahead. Okay, say it a couple times, and then maybe even just ask the question then, well, who is it? Who's there? Okay, say it in your own mind. Now open your eyes, come back to the room. A couple things probably happen. Did you see the pink flamingo or the pink race car? Okay, you did. So you failed that assignment. No, I'm kidding. But stay with me. I'll explain why I have you do that. You probably also heard your name, right? So that's odd, right? So it begs the question, well, like, is someone in there with you? Or like, who said the name and who heard it? And then I told you not to think about it, but why is it that you saw that pink race car? So when we talk about this capacity for awareness, it's that stepping back to see that we are not our thoughts and we are not our feelings. We are the one who experiences them. We see the mental images, the pink race car, and oftentimes our mind throws stuff up that we don't even want to see, but we see it anyway. And we're not the one who also only speaks that voice, but we also heard it, right? We heard that voice say Jackson. So that little mental voice, right? We're the ones who experience that. And if you can learn to step back and hold it in awareness, your thoughts and emotions have far less power to disturb you. You learn to identify with that container that's experiencing these thoughts and these feelings and these emotions. And you're able to react from a different place, from a place of greater composure and greater clarity. So you look at maybe establishing practices to cultivate that sort of awareness. That's all meditation or mindfulness is. And a simple one to do to practice is just the hello meditation, which means you just sit there and whenever you notice stress or anxiety or thoughts, you get caught up in something, learn to just say hello to it. So you may say hello planning or hello anxiety, or you're thinking about what you're going to eat for lunch, right? Hello lunch. And as you do that, you learn to step back and simply witness the things going on in the mind and respond accordingly. Here's a final really simple practice is, like I said, the final one is how can you direct your thoughts and language? And here's a simple, again, way you can do it is it's really hard to have thoughts that are totally opposite emotional kind of resonance at the same time. At the same time, you're thinking about all the things you have to be grateful for and how great your life is. And at the very same time, you're thinking about how terrible it is and how much stress you have, right? You may bounce back and forth over the course of a day, but it's hard to hold both those images in your mind at the same time. So here's something you can do. Go ahead and go into your phone, and you can do this after this video, or if you can kind of follow along and do it, go ahead if you're watching on a computer. If not, you can kind of, minimize the app and open your images and just go back and try to find a picture that really makes you laugh or makes you smile or has a positive memory associated with it. Go ahead. I'll give you a second. Now, if you can find one here, go ahead and just maybe I'll give you 2 minutes to just really think about that memory, that experience, that person or that place, because there's probably a person or place, right, associated with the picture. That memory, that experience, that person, that place, the impact they've had on your lives and the joy that comes from that memory, maybe the gratitude. Just give you a minute to just actually try to just focus on that thing and think through it. Go ahead. Give you about 1 minute to go through this picture and just savor and re-engage that memory. Oh, 30 more seconds. Go ahead. Okay. So, starting to wrap that up, I have a question for you watching this video. After what we just did, we talked through some ways to change your body, how to get in touch with a different level of awareness, and then how to direct your thoughts to something more positive. Do you feel maybe after that little exercise, even a tiny, tiny bit happier than you did 5 or 10 minutes ago? If yes, that is incredible. I would argue that it's life-changing because you have so much more power than you think. All you did, and by the way, I don't have my phone with me, but you have 1,000 of those in your pocket whenever you want, 1,000 good memories. All you did was take control of your thoughts. All you did was control your awareness. All you did earlier was change your body. And by doing these things, we have this ability to direct our thoughts and attentions and our physiology. You can change the state you're in to be happier, to be more effective, to feel better, regardless of what's going on around you. And that is a recipe for incredible resilience and psychological empowerment. So that is my message. You didn't have to take any pill. You didn't have to drink anything. You didn't have to buy my $10,000 seminar with my 3-step system. It's always a 3-step system, isn't it? No. All you had to do was to use your right to change what you focus on, to change what you think about, to change where your awareness goes, and maybe even to change how you use your body. And in doing that, you control how you feel moment after moment. So that is an incredible power that you have. So remember, okay, it's very hard to control the mind with the mind. If you want to be more resilient, which is really about being happier regardless of what happens to you, learn to control your B.A.T. So change your body, right? Your posture, your breathing, maybe smile. Get in touch with a deeper level of awareness. Learn to say hello to the various thoughts and emotions so that you can kind of be with them from a seat of greater calmness and clarity and composure. And finally, direct your thoughts and your talk. You know, we didn't even get into how you talk to people and how you talk to yourself, but simply by directing your thoughts towards something positive, you can shift how you feel. So thanks for watching. As always, you know, on this channel, I share kind of practical tools from the arts and sciences of happiness to help you be at your best in your work and in your life. So here's a video that YouTube suggests you'll like. Until then, I will see you next time. This has been Jackson Kirchis, your happiness nerd.